Over the past 30 years, I've learned that every time I got back on track, it was thanks to one key principle: embracing habits that lead to success. Along the way, I've identified and stuck to certain habits that I believe everyone should adopt. I've never shared this list before, until now. When I was 17, life hit me with my first real setback. I got fired from my job selling tuxedos because I missed a shift. It felt like the world came crashing down on me, and I was utterly devastated. But guess what? I bounced back from that failure. Not long after, I was unexpectedly accepted into a one-year training program at a top Fortune 100 company. That changed everything. From that moment, I started building a tech career that has spanned a decade, working for industry giants like Cisco, VMware, Box, and Optimizely. At 18, I stepped into Los Angeles with big dreams of becoming a creative writer and actor in the entertainment industry. I met with an agent hoping this would be my big break, but instead of encouragement, she flat out told me I had no chance and should find another career. It felt like my dreams were shattered, blowing away like dust in the wind. But you know what? I didn't let that stop me. I rose from the ashes of that crushed hope. By 26, I had written a book, The Resume is Dead, pouring all of my passion and effort into it. Not only was it published, but it also shot to #1 in the resumes category on Amazon Kindle, with over 40,000 downloads and 66 reviews. When I was 25, I was burning with a bold desire to create an iPhone app. But when I shared my idea, most people looked at me like I was crazy, saying I didn't stand a chance since I didn't know any developers or designers. They were right. I didn't know anyone. But instead of giving up, I decided to figure it out myself. I started Googling how to create an iPhone app, and it was like a whole new world opened up to me. I discovered that many people were outsourcing to freelance developers and designers, so I went down that path. Through persistence and constant learning, I ended up creating 9 iPhone apps. But instead of success, they all failed miserably, like dreams that withered before they could bloom. But here's the thing, I didn't stop there. I took those failures, learned from them, and kept building more apps. And eventually, 4 of my apps broke into the top 100 in various categories. Those who once laughed are now quiet, replaced by admiration for my relentless determination. At 26, I walked into an interview burning with the hope of becoming a director at a prestigious Fortune 1000 company. I poured all my belief and expectation into that moment, convinced it would be the turning point in my life. But then I got the rejection. A door slammed shut in my face, dousing the fire of my ambition like a sudden downpour. But you know what? I didn't let that failure knock me down. From the ruins of that rejected dream, I rose again, more determined than ever to achieve my goal. And not long after, I finally landed the dream job I had been striving for. Sometimes, when one door closes, it's just making way for another one to open, brighter and more aligned with your path. I found my door, and it led me to the success I had always dreamed of. The question that has haunted me all my life is, how do I get back up after falling down? Over the last 30 years, I've realized that every time I managed to find my way back and keep moving forward, it was because of one core principle: embracing and sticking to habits that lead to success. Whether it's in love, friendship, or work, the right habits can completely transform your life, lifting you from the depths to the heights. On this journey, I've distilled and internalized the most crucial habits that I believe everyone should adopt. These habits are the foundation stones that have built my success. And today, for the first time, I'm sharing this list with you. Habits that I truly believe can elevate your life to new heights. Here are the 10 habits that have carried me through life's storms and helped me conquer dreams I once only dared to imagine. Create a jar of ideas. Life can sometimes feel like it's stuck on repeat, the same routine over and over. But it doesn't have to be that way. Why not turn your life into an exciting adventure? Want to write a best-selling book? Start writing today. Dreaming of strolling through the ancient streets of Italy? Grab a one-way ticket and step into the magic of the Colosseum. Want to send a heartfelt message to someone special? Hit record on your iPhone and let them know what's on your mind. But here's the thing. When inspiration strikes, most people freeze up because they can't think of that perfect idea in the moment. That's where the jar of ideas comes in. Grab an empty jar, a glass bottle, or any container you like. Every time a great idea pops into your head, jot it down on a little piece of paper and drop it in the jar. Then, the next time you're in need of some inspiration, like planning a special date, just reach into your jar and pull out an idea you've been saving. If you've got different kinds of ideas, make it simple by creating separate jars for each category. Maybe one jar for business ideas, another for love, one for friendship, family, and anything else you can think of. Let these jars be your treasure trove, always ready to help you turn life into a never-ending adventure. Use the 10-year test. Have you made a mistake recently? Are you worried about what's coming next? I get it. I've been there. I've made mistakes more times than I can count. Back in college, I failed an economics class. Not exactly great when that's your major. I was so worried, I felt like my future was crashing down around me. But instead of letting myself spiral into anxiety, I used a little trick I call the 10-year test to keep my mind steady. Whenever I hit a rough patch, I ask myself, will this matter in 10 days? How about 10 weeks? What about 10 years? Almost every time the answer is no. This helps me see that most of the stuff we stress about is really just a storm in a teacup, while the things that truly matter don't usually cause us so much worry. So don't sweat the small stuff. Look at the bigger picture, and you'll see that the things that seem huge today will likely just be specks of dust on the long road of life. Step out of your comfort zone. Change can be scary. It's so easy and comfortable to stay in your safe zone. But if you want to grow, you've got to step out of it. Every time I've taken on a new business venture, I've faced uncertainty and the fear of failure. But here's the magic. All 5 times I've stepped into the unknown, I've come out successful. And each time I didn't just succeed, I grew as a person, learning invaluable lessons along the way. In my personal life, stepping out of my comfort zone gave me a gift I never expected. I met someone amazing who changed my life at a Twitter event in Barcelona. It all happened because I took a chance, walked up to her, and said hello, even though we'd never met before. Being comfortable is fine, but if you really want to grow, you've got to be brave enough to leave that comfort behind. Sometimes the biggest risk isn't in taking a chance. It's in letting yourself get too comfortable and stuck. So go ahead, take that leap. Challenge yourself. New doors only open when you're willing to step through the old ones. Don't forget to have fun. Think about it. You spend over 40 hours a week at work. That's about 23.8% of your life tied to your job. So, if you're going to invest that much time, why not make it worthwhile? At one of the companies I worked for, we always knew how to celebrate big wins. We give each other high fives, ring the bell with pride, and share our congratulations all around. The energy was electric, spreading through every corner of the office. That joy and positivity didn't just lift our spirits. It motivated the whole team, making us all stronger. Believe me, fun has a magical way of spreading. When you're passionate about your work and share that joy with others, it sparks creativity and positive energy in everyone around you. Sheryl Sandberg once said something powerful about being true to yourself at work. Motivation comes from working on things we care about, but it also comes from working with people we care about. To really care about someone, you have to know them. What they like and dislike, how they feel, not just what they think. If you want to win hearts and minds, you have to lead with both your heart and your mind. I don't believe we have a professional self from Monday through Friday and a real self for the rest of the time. That kind of split has probably never worked, but in today's world, it makes even less sense. It's all professional and it's all personal, all at the very same time. So, bring your joy and personality to work. When you love what you do and share that joy with others, you're not just making work better, you're making your whole life fuller. Understand before you react. I remember once working with a client who was incredibly kind, someone I considered a close friend. We got along so well that I couldn't imagine anything coming between us. But then one day, a minor issue came up, and he suddenly got really angry with me. I was completely shocked and confused. Why was he so upset over something that didn't seem to be a big deal? At first, I wanted to defend myself, but instead, I chose to listen. I let him vent his frustrations, listening carefully without interrupting. After a long talk, he finally opened up and told me the real reason he was upset. His wife was going through a serious health crisis. When he shared that with me, everything clicked. My reaction instantly changed from being defensive to being genuinely caring and supportive. You see, we often react too quickly without understanding the full picture. That's why, before we act, we should ask ourselves, do I really know what this person is going through and how they're feeling? Make an effort to understand before expecting to be understood. It not only helps avoid misunderstandings, but also builds deeper, more meaningful relationships. Don't let the past hold you back. Whenever I find myself getting stuck in past mistakes, I immediately close my eyes, take a deep breath, and bring my focus back to the present. This habit has become like a lighthouse for me, reminding me that happiness isn't found by clinging to what's already gone. We all make mistakes, but wallowing in regret and beating ourselves up only makes life heavier and darker. The past is like a river that has already flowed by. You can't reverse its course. Instead of lingering by its banks, look ahead, learn from what's behind you, and keep moving forward with confidence. Don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, you can't change what's happened, but you can absolutely choose how you face it and move on, stronger and prouder. See obstacles as opportunities. There's a habit that's completely changed how I view life. Every time I face an obstacle, I remind myself that it might just be a door to a new opportunity. Let me share a simple story that's worth thinking about. Back in 2006, when I was living in San Francisco, one of the common obstacles I faced was trying to get a taxi after a night out with friends. Picture this, 2 a.m., the cold biting at you by California standards, and there I was, shivering and nearly desperate, waiting for a taxi that might never show up. For 2 years, I kept doing the same thing, sitting in the cold, complaining, and hoping a cab would magically appear. But what if, at that moment, I saw it as an opportunity instead? What if I thought, hey, there's got to be a better way. Maybe we could build an app that lets you summon a ride anytime, anywhere? That's exactly what Travis Kalanick did, and that's how Uber was born, turning a frustrating problem into a revolution in transportation. So, here's the thing. Every obstacle carries within it the seed of opportunity. Just shift your perspective and you can turn challenges into unexpected successes. Get ready for the blender. We only get one body to carry us through life, and how we take care of it now will decide how it takes care of us when we're older. Treat your body with love and respect by eating healthy and staying active. That's the best gift you can give yourself. After college, I moved to North Carolina, and honestly, I completely neglected my diet. I gained weight quickly and even started having occasional chest pains. That's when I realized if I didn't change, my health would only get worse. So what did I do? I decided to invest in a blender. A small, easy-to-use and easy-to-clean blender like the NutriBullet became my best friend every morning. Almost every day, except for those crazy rushed mornings, we all have them, I'd whip up a nutritious smoothie with fresh fruits and veggies. Like today, I threw in some kale, apple, banana, tomato, and a mix of greens to make a refreshing smoothie. This habit didn't just stick to breakfast, it followed me to lunch too. For the past 3 years, I've kept up with this routine and I've never felt healthier or more energized. My mind is clearer, my energy levels are up, and I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. Fresh fruits and veggies are more than just food. They're the foundation of your overall health. Remember, your body reflects what you feed it. Make every meal a step toward a healthier, stronger version of yourself. Spend time with people who inspire you. We're a reflection of the people we spend time with. When I'm around passionate entrepreneurs, I feel fired up and motivated. When I talk to people who are financially savvy, I find myself making smarter investment decisions. And when I'm with those who are wise and experienced, I learn invaluable lessons about how to be a better version of myself. Seek out and surround yourself with people who inspire you. They're like guiding lights, helping you grow and move forward on your life's journey. Be grateful for something or every morning. In the hustle and bustle of life, we often get caught up in chasing goals and dreams, thinking they'll bring us happiness. We're busy with work, scrolling through tweets, and drowning in endless emails. Many of us are chasing the American dream. The house with the white picket fence, the shiny new car, the fame, or the dream job. But in all that chasing, it's easy to forget the most important key to true happiness: gratitude. Have you ever noticed how much time you spend dreaming about what you don't have, instead of appreciating what you already do? Have you ever thought that happiness will only come when you finally reach that elusive goal? A lot of people get stuck in this mindset, and it stops them from ever really being happy. The surprising truth is that happiness can be found at any moment just by shifting your mindset. Happiness doesn't come from material things or achievements, it comes from how we view and experience life. Gratitude is the gateway to happiness. Studies show that people who regularly express gratitude are happier and more optimistic than those who focus on the negative. So, why does gratitude have such power? The answer is simple. Our thoughts shape our emotions. When we dwell on the negatives, it feels like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. But when we appreciate the good things, life suddenly feels brighter and more joyful. So, when was the last time you reminded yourself of what you're grateful for? It could be your family, friends, job, opportunities, or even just a fun conversation with your best friend. One of my best friends, Jerry, name changed, almost lost his life to a kidney disease when he was young. One day, his mom broke down at the gym, overwhelmed with grief. A complete stranger noticed and asked what was wrong. When she heard about Jerry's condition and learned that the only way to save him was a kidney donation, this stranger offered to donate her kidney and save his life. Thanks to her incredible generosity, Jerry is alive today. This is a true story about one of my closest friends. I once asked Jerry what he's most grateful for. He said that most days he's just thankful to see the sunrise. Each of us has so much to be grateful for. The moments, memories, experiences, and relationships that bring smiles to our faces. So every morning, take a little time to reflect on the blessings in your life. You'll be happier for it,